Welcome to Lawrence Veterans Memorial Stadium, where the Lady Lancers JV field hockey team has just beat Tewksbury 1-0. We're getting ready for the varsity game. Here's Kevin with some interesting information you may want to know.
All right, for the Lancers, our captain is Bianca Rodriguez, number 10. And for Tewksbury, it is Haley Sutherland, number 14. Lawrence has a bad season right now. They have 2 wins, 11 losses, and 2 ties. Tewksbury has quite a good season. They have 8 wins, 3 losses, and 2 ties.
So interestingly for this Lancers team, they're actually in a rebuilding phase right now. They lost 8 seniors to graduation last year, and they just really want to work with what they have and develop for hopefully a good year next year. They only have, I believe, 2 seniors right now, so definitely a young team.
So
an early battle for possession by both teams.
look like Lancers are in control. Tewksbury's taking control.
And there's a penalty as it begins to change into Lawrence's territory as Tewksbury advances the ball. They're approaching the goal.
Lawrence taking control again.
There's a quick save by Lawrence to keep the ball in play, but it will go to Tewksbury, who will go for the goal and be stopped. Lawrence trying to take it back to Tewksbury's territory.
Tewksbury taking it back.
And Lawrence advancing the ball near the half-field line.
Looks like it's going to be a very intense game. Both teams look like they're not going to budge. Lawrence taking over. Number 14, Captain Haley, bringing the ball back to Lawrence territory.
Tewksbury advancing the ball quickly. And Tewksbury will take it back in this game, which has been almost a battle for possession so far. And that'll be loose, and Tewksbury will take it and advance it. Excellent pass there.
Defensively, both of these teams are holding up.
Big steal there, as he pretty much noted. Right there for Lawrence.
So 3 minutes into the game, and no scores.
An excellent crossover move there by Tewksbury, and it seems like the ball has been going almost out of control. You don't know what to expect because it very quickly can go from Lawrence's goal to Tewksbury's, and you really don't know what to expect.
See.
How do you feel about that, Kevin?
I gotta say, it's probably the turf's fault. Most teams talk about how on the turf it's more, the game goes more faster.
Yeah, the game, as actually noted by the coach of the Tewksbury team, is a much different game on turf almost, because it's a smoother surface and it's just easier to let the ball glide on. And they currently have grass as their field, but they're in the process of getting one, and that's turf. And they said that should come by spring.
Yeah, so I believe this must be a really tough game and probably out of their element. But they look like they're holding up.
And it looks like both the forwards and the backs have gone into Lawrence territory, and
Penalty.
now go out of bounds.
Tewksbury has possession.
And they take it just outside the circle.
I don't know. Tewksbury is looking like they're going to score pretty soon. I think Lawrence needs to take the ball out of, and I believe
Tewksbury has definitely been winning this game in terms of time of possession, which is in almost all sports is definitely an important thing to worry about. And I think that's kind of shows his dominance, but you still can't. It's a low-scoring game, and in low-scoring games, as it goes into Tewksbury territory, but it's starting to switch back. You really need to take more into account of just the overall scoring ability when your ability to execute in those opportunities.
I feel like Tewksbury is really controlling the ball.
And as they do this, they take it very near the semicircle, but
Penalty
will be
saved.
stopped by a penalty.
Lawrence Lancers.
They've definitely had stifling defense for this Tewksbury team. And a quick steal by Lawrence, but they end up passing it into the stick of a Tewksbury player.
Lawrence trying to get it to the Tewksbury side.
And they'll be stopped there, and the long shot, and they'll almost go in, no, not necessarily go into the goal, but almost actually succeed in a pass, but it will be stopped. Lawrence's number 10 has definitely been executing this in this game very efficiently. She's been possessing the ball awfully well, and her defense has been almost been stifling for this Tewksbury team. I mean, they don't seem like they have a way to respond to the way she's been playing. Nice pass down the sideline. And there'll be a little bit of a tussling with the six.
Foul. So 8 minutes into the game, still no scores. Both teams were not lying when they said their defenses were good.
Here comes Tewksbury, and they advance the ball, and D. Rhodes looks like she might come away with that, but no, Tewksbury ends up with it. And there's a battle at the goal, will not go in. Very near score for Tewksbury, and that has to get the Lancers worrying. They need to make sure they can just get the ball out of their side of the field, because at this point it's looked like Tewksbury's really been controlling the ball well. It's going to go back to midfield. Lawrence with the ball, and it's taken away by Tewksbury. There's a mad dash for the ball, and
out of bounds.
It will be out of bounds.
Lawrence clears it. Just to be taken by the captain of Tewksbury, Haley.
And D Rhodes with the steal. She's going down, sprinting down the sideline. She swings and gets it ahead to Jankeli Visa. Crystal Diaz stops them there, but they will retain possession, them being Tewksbury.
Lawrence takes the foul. Just to be knocked out of bounds.
That will go out of bounds.
So let's talk about recent games.
I think that would be a good thing to talk about.
Tewksbury lost their last game against Andover.
Tewksbury just lost their last game against Andover, and they described the game as being not so good actually when we went to speak to the coach and the team, but they're definitely looking to get back to their winning ways today against the Lancers, and as are the Lancers, except the Lancers, it would be a change for them as they're 2-11-2.
Well, let's not forget that Tewksbury is a Division II and Andover is Division I.
That is true.
So
Lawrence takes it down the middle of the field, and it's taken back by Tewksbury.
Yeah, but both teams are coming to this game from a loss. Lawrence Lady Lancers lost to Methuen Rangers just last week. Both teams seem to be.
And the ball is cleared out to number 14, Biorabel Castillo. And she will retain it after the foul.
To be taken by number 5, Tewksbury, going down the field.
D Rhodes again with the steal.
Looks like a penalty.
Biorabel Castillo will again stop it. And it's going down to Lawrence's goal, and Tewksbury with excellent plays there. They get stopped, retain it, and then they're battling for the ball. There's fumbling for it at the goal, and Lawrence will push it out, and they're looking like they have a relatively open field as they try to get a goal here. 14, Biorabel Castillo, and she will be stopped there.
Lawrence starting to take control of the game.
That's Vija almost getting it at least to Castillo, who was near the goal, and it looked like that was where the ball was going in this case, but it will be stopped by Tewksbury, and they'll get it back.
The Lady Lancers looking for a score. Tewksbury taking it back to the
Lady
other
Redmen taking it down the field. And that would be a foul on the play. It'll go to Tewksbury, and it'll be intercepted by Lawrence. Only to go back to them, to the Lady Redmen.
So this is great field hockey weather. We have a big crowd here tonight. Yeah, Lancers, Lady Redmen, yeah. Woo. Yes, big crowd tonight, as you can hear, to support both teams.
And the Lancers try to advance it, but that'll be stopped and nearly taken back there. Excellent crossover move. There'll be a violation there, and I'll go back to Tewksbury. Oh, right around a Lawrence player. Beautiful play.
Well, you would expect that from one of the key players for Tewksbury. Haley Sutherland.
What's interesting about Haley Sutherland is that the coach didn't just describe her as one of the key players. She described her as the key player, so you can imagine how important she is to this Lady Redmen team.
But can't take out the Lancers because they have D. Rhodes.
They have D. Rhodes, Biorbo Castro. They have a slew of excellent players that have definitely had a good performance so far today, but have yet to score a goal.
Nice stop by 21.
And the shot on goal will not go, and it looks like Lawrence
taking the ball.
Taking it back. Where are they? Okay, there they are. And that will go.
No, they clear it.
Right there.
Number 3. Harry goes for the shot. Misses.
It seems like Lawrence's goal today has not even been to try to get to Tewksbury's goal exactly, but to stop Tewksbury from getting goals themselves.
Yes.
And this has been very defensively minded so far today. The ball is live and no longer. Number 20, Jankeli Vija, with the excellent run down the sidelines before being stopped by Tewksbury.
She knocks it out of bounds. Number
3, Crystal Diaz, bringing it in, and it'll
just to be
go
knocked
out.
out of bounds again by number 5. Number 3 beginning to clear it again.
And they bring it down.
Number 2.
It'll be returned to Tewksbury, only for us to see a race for it, and it'll come up in Lawrence's possession.
D. Rhodes knocking it back to Tewksbury's area.
I feel like D's been almost a lockdown defender, because whenever someone enters her zone, her area, it's almost as if they don't go anywhere because she shuts them down almost at once.
I would agree. But I would have to say the same thing about Haley Sutherland. I believe this is like match made.
And here we are.
There was a penalty.
A penalty.
And
As the team's Lancers line up, and Tewksbury trying to get the goal on this penalty opportunity. Repeat penalty.
I noticed inside this game, all the defenders go inside the goal.
That is true. This has been a very big, you know, almost, I don't want to say, it's just their objective, I'll say,
Looks like
has been to clog almost the zone surrounding the goal.
Another penalty.
And yet again, a penalty.
Tewksbury desperate to get that goal. Number 14 passes it to 8. And it shall be out of bounds. She takes it to about the 22-yard line. To be blocked by number 5. Another penalty.
Penalties galore today as they all get ready to line. The Lancers get ready to line up, and Tewksbury looks to take advantage of this opportunity. Ready to clear it in, and definitely though the interior defense for these teams. It's been amazing, actually, I'd say, because there have been so many, not necessarily shots on goal, but times when teams have gotten in there offensively and have failed to score. And I think that's largely thanks to the excellent defense put up by the goalies and just a lot of the defensemen and backs that are clogging this zone.
Last 9 minutes of the quarter or half.
Take note how they don't have their forwards actually coming out to play less defense and get ready for offensive opportunities. And nice save by the goalie of Lawrence, Nairobi Vasquez. An interesting fact about the goalie, they're the only player in field hockey who can advance the ball by kicking. Pretty unique.
With all that padding, I can see why. Because how would it want to be someone trying to kick that ball and getting hit in the leg or the shin?
Of course.
This is an extreme contact sport. I believe it's very hard.
And the defense and Lawrence coming up with it. Switches directions.
Number 20, dodging up. Number 6 getting it back to Lawrence's side.
And D. Rhodes comes up with it. She pushes the ball forward and it'll be stopped.
Scramble for the ball. Tewksbury gets out with it.
And that will be
a block.
Nearly stopped. Well, will be stopped there, but it looks like Tewksbury still has control of it and has yet another opportunity. And there will
like foul on Tewksbury.
And they are getting ready
to send it
for Lawrence. Get it, push it forward. Here's Rhodes.
Foul on.
A good pass to Vija, but it is stopped and there's a foul.
Giving the ball back to Tewksbury and giving them control. Lawrence starting to take it back to Tewksbury.
And a chase for the ball in the far side of the field, and Lawrence will advance it. Emily Castillo, I believe, is there in the center, trying to keep it going. Emily Castillo, number 4.
Ball on Tewksbury's side.
And Tewksbury will take it back. And this will go off near the midfield line. And that's stopped there, but it's resuming right now. And the block.
Well, I'm starting to feel bad for Tewksbury's goalie. Not seeing much action on her side.
Oh, definitely not. It's kind of like she's a spectator so far.
I haven't seen. Looks like Tewksbury's offense has really been in control of the game, but Lawrence's defense has matched it.
It's been almost like a stalemate so far throughout the game.
And Tewksbury
And
scores.
Tewksbury will
Breaking
proceed to score the second we say that this has been a game where no one's really done anything offensively. Okay, well, 1-0 Tewksbury. And as we get ready for Lawrence to try to match them.
Well, I wouldn't say match, but I'm pretty sure they're hoping for those 2 extra points to beat them.
I mean, like, on this specific play.
And
that will go back to Tewksbury. Quick thing, and Lawrence.
Starting to be more aggressive offensively.
Definitely. And it's getting closer and closer to the Tewksbury goal.
Tewksbury
as we speak.
starting
And
to take control again.
Excellent.
Pass to number 3. Taking it to the goal.
And she's being chased down, but she's playing as if she's alone right now.
She kind of was.
And Tewksbury putting in another goal. And it's been almost a huge just explosion of scoring almost from Tewksbury. Lawrence needs to contain this before it gets out of hand.
Defense starting to look tired. 3 minutes left in the half. Oh, excuse me, 3:50 left in the half.
And play resumes. It's interesting how in field hockey, how it's in mechanics, it's very similar to soccer. And
or hockey.
or hockey, as the name would imply. And it's very interesting because it draws a lot from other sports in a way, but it has its own distinct flair with the actual, I mean, I don't think it needs to even be said. It's just the hockey concept applied to a field. I don't think that doesn't need to be explained. It's a very unique sport. One you can't really find one quite like, but you'll find similarities amongst many. Tewksbury trying again and nearly picking up a third.
Saved by the goalie once
But
again.
Lawrence's goalie will definitely, Nairobi Vasquez, making sure that doesn't happen. It looks like the Lawrence defense is not running away from this opportunity to stop Tewksbury.
Definitely. I think they're starting to look more offensively in the game. 21 gets the ball.
And it is going off to
penalty. Foul.
Yet another foul.
Lawrence ball.
And as the clock winds down, and we approach 1:40 left in this half, we have to wonder, what can we take from Tewksbury's explosion of 2 goals? So what were they doing right? What was almost the Achilles heel at that point of Lawrence's defense that Lawrence is looking to exploit for Tewksbury possibly right here?
Oh.
And they'll go back. But what do you think? What do you think was going wrong in Lawrence's defense at that time?
Well, I would say Tewksbury offensively, they're really controlling the game, and the defense couldn't keep up anymore. And they had a moment of weakness, and Tewksbury took their advantage.
And it looks like they're almost sparring for it now. It's just they'll hit it and they'll hit it, and the other team will hit it back. Almost like a game of bear hockey, in a way, except it's field hockey.
Lawrence ball. Seconds left in this half. Let's just...
No, I think that this has been a game obviously offensively controlled by Tewksbury. You can't argue it's 2-0 at the time. But what's weird was it was almost like a spurt, and I don't mean to go back to old analogies, but it's definitely reminiscent of an old soccer game we had in Lawrence.
End of the quarter, half.
The half is over. 2-0 Tewksbury. As here we are in Lawrence Veterans Memorial Stadium. Lawrence, the home team, is struggling to get anything going offensively. We'll be back with some second half action after this.
When you skip breakfast at school, you have no energy. When you have no energy, you fall asleep in class. When you fall asleep in class, you have nightmares of wild animals dancing on your head. Don't have nightmares of wild animals dancing on your head.
Kids who eat breakfast perform better in class, behave better, have better attendance.
Eat a healthy breakfast at school every day.
Creo que un compañero de clase de mi amigo tiene algo llamado autismo. El hijo del hermano de mi amigo tiene autismo. El hijo de mi vecino tiene autismo.
Mi hijo tiene autismo.
El autismo está cada vez más cerca de casa. Hoy, 1 de cada 110 niños es diagnosticado con autismo, un aumento del 600% en 20 años. Conoce las señales del autismo en autismspeaks.org.
Laura says we should start worrying about drinking at these things.
They're only 12.
I know. I'm just glad you know better, sweetheart.
You're too smart for that, right, honey?
Real kids are curious about alcohol. 40% try it by the 8th grade. Talk early, talk often, get others involved.
And we're back from has leading by 3-0. Lawrence has the ball quickly taken by Tewksbury.
That was a clip.
And
right by the goal.
Lawrence looks like they're definitely changing their tempo of the game. Looks like they're just quickly trying to advance the ball rather than slowly and methodically doing it like they were earlier.
Foul on the play. Tewksbury's ball. Out of bounds. Lawrence ball.
And there will be there will be an interesting thing going on here. It's a I consider this an interesting phenomenon.
I don't know about
When
you, but are these teams
the
starting
ball,
to look
wow.
sluggish?
Actually, I'm seeing that a bit. Actually, it looks like the first half wore both teams out, especially Tewksbury. Tewksbury, it looks like they're not really putting a lot of effort in because they already have the 2-point goal, 2-point lead.
3. It's 3 now, I believe.
A 3-point lead. Sorry.
Did they score a third point? I don't remember. Well, the scoreboard could be wrong.
And no, it's a 2-point. It's a 2-goal lead.
Well,
and
pretty sure 2-point lead.
Yeah.
Lawrence.
And
sorry for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, Lawrence.
Sending it.
Oh, and they're gonna take it back, and they're to their own
to
territory.
Receive the ball. Tewksbury starting. Number 14 goes against D Rhodes, avoids.
Ooh. No hesitation move.
And no, Tewksbury starting to control.
Ooh. And she looks
Foul.
like she hobbled on that foot for a second because she may have hit it with the she may have been hit with the ball.
No, I believe it was the turning the back or getting in between a player and the ball.
No, I'm saying like earlier, like someone got hit. It looked like.
I don't know. Let's see. Tewksbury.
A very lively sideline for Tewksbury, much unlike that of the Lancers.
Can we just take note that this is not a real high-scoring game or sport altogether?
So,
and to teams like for this kind of sport,
hold that thought because Lawrence is taking it down the field,
but no one's there to receive it.
No one is.
Number 14, Tewksbury.
Oh, but how about that?
And going back down to
it looks like
side.
there's a loose ball, and here's Tewksbury. Ooh, gets right by the Lawrence defender, and we will try to get it back,
right
and it will
between
go
the
out.
legs of number 5, going down the field.
We'll go for Biorbel Castillo. Take on the defender and put it out.
Sending it to
build
no
it
one.
out to a Tewksbury player.
I think the Lancers need to spread it out a little bit more and have people on Tewksbury's side to receive the ball when they launch it to the side. And
here
we go.
Exciting moves here from Lawrence, but it will be stopped at midfield. This looks like it's been actually, at first it looks sluggish, but it's starting to pick up the pace really in the second half. Pretty exciting now.
Yeah, both teams are
I'm a
starting
fan.
to get more
I'm really a fan right now.
Intense.
I feel out one with my inner field hockey. I don't think I've ever said that before, but I said it now. And Lawrence will get it back, take it down the sidelines, push it forward, and try to outrun her. And she will outrun her, but there's another defender to take it.
Giving it back to number 10. Lancer there
Lawrence
to take the ball.
Advancing on the goal and will not. Ooh.
Oh, just missed it. D Rhodes.
I'm going back and forth. Like I'm really
There's a battle right now for the ball. And
Lawrence is definitely showing some type of life on trying to score.
Here's Amon Shumpert. Oh my God. Here is D Rhodes. And she stopped. And Lawrence should be able to get hold of that.
Out of bounds. It looks like Lawrence ball. It's turning out to be a really intense game.
Oh, that was okay. Better than the other ones who missed epically.
So this is our first time recording a varsity field hockey event.
So we're making history.
So we are.
And there'll be a penalty. There's a sweep. And, oh, shot on goal. Almost put in by Tewksbury. Looks like Lawrence gets desperate defensively and almost gives them the penalties.
Well, they have to be.
Yeah, I mean, but like once they get into the area around the goal, they really start to foul and penalize themselves.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not done purposely, because.
Oh, of course not. But it seems like that's almost they're almost. Sorry to bring in a basketball analogy, but they're the Euro League as opposed to the NBA. The Euro League, they clog the lane. That's the style. That's what they're doing here. They're clogging this inside area, and they're not. Once they're like, oh, you can come in, but you're not going to do anything when you get in here. And they're not trying to put pressure out by the 30-yard line and stuff. And they're currently in that clogged area. Them being Tewksbury.
Tewksbury's ball.
He's gonna be very annoyed.
And Lawrence will stop that, but give it back to Tewksbury. You're going to hand it to Tewksbury. They've really been just putting in work right now, I think.
Yeah, but I believe Lancers still have time.
Oh, Lancers still have more than enough time to make a comeback.
One person. What the hell?
So, Lawrence ball. Taken by Tewksbury. Foul on the play. Lawrence ball. Lawrence really trying to go for that goal so they can have some type of life. Ball will go out of bounds.
And oh, I'm enjoying this game so much. Interesting thing we just learned. Something we may have interpreted as a foul early in the game was apparently actually a goal, and there are in fact 3 goals in this game. And we're sorry we've been giving it to you wrong the whole time.
No, I said it was 3, sir. It was you.
Earlier.
Gave false information.
Okay. But regardless, here we're seeing Tewksbury look for.
Tripped up.
That was a foul if I've ever seen one. I mean, this penalty. If
Shrugs her shoulder.
Oh,
and
it's
says
just a
sorry.
foul. You'd think that would be a penalty.
Yeah, it bothers me.
Oh my God, Lawrence.
It's going down the field. It's taken by Tewksbury. Almost out of bounds.
And they're
out of bounds. Tewksbury's
wait
ball.
for it, and it will be Tewksbury possession. Yes.
Getting ready to launch. Clear it down the field.
That's book bags litter the sideline where they are. Try to bring it back. And just Tewksbury.
D. Rhodes going up against it. One of the offensive ball goes right by her.
Yeah.
Unable to block it.
If Tewksbury can score here, they can definitely be in a great position for this in this game. And Lawrence.
I don't know. Defensively, I don't think they do as well as us. I think they're more of an offensive game.
Oh, definitely. They're more an offensive team. But they're already up 3-0, and this is the time to act if there's one for Lawrence. And that is a huge loose ball.
Out of bounds. So I believe some of the players like to dance.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And this is definitely interesting. And apparently, Lawrence needs to pick up their game.
Definitely.
Very deep insight from myself. I said that. And here's Tewksbury trying to get it, push it forward, but they just can't manage to keep it in bounds. And that's the problem. It's turnovers, turnovers,
but
turnovers.
You have to remember that they are used to grassy fields instead of than turf. I don't know. They're just used to like.
Yeah, and it glides better here, but it's still
I feel like they hit it too hard. Game.
And as a crossover, and again, we're definitely witnessing something amazing right now.
Haley, captain number 14, Haley Sutherland, crossing people.
And I know Kevin's gonna hate when I say this, but this is the second half. This is where legends are made. This is where legends are made. And Lawrence definitely looking for a legend. With the Lady Lancers trying to make a comeback. If they can mount a comeback, from a 3-point deficit, this could be almost historical for the MVC field hockey.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you win the varsity is a win. That's a
Lawrence still has time to make scores. I think Lawrence needs to definitely start picking up on offensively.
Well, actually, no. It's not even the offense. It's the transition offense, not necessarily
You think
regular. No, it's the transition offense because they haven't been able to get it even into the semicircle.
True. I think
so they need to be able to get there before they can focus on the actual scoring portion of
trying to get the ball onto Tewksbury's
She corrals
side
it and pushes it out
of bounds. Giving the ball to, I believe it's still Lawrence ball. D. Rhodes clears it.
And she swings and misses it.
Tewksbury having control of the ball once again. Lawrence. D. Rhodes just missed the ball.
Ooh, she'll hit it.
Number 3.
Not as
getting
she intended.
Ready for, and captain number 14 starts, causes another foul. My play-by-play person just left, and I shall be commentating alone. Tewksbury's ball. Tewksbury has a huge lead on Lawrence. 15 minutes left in the game. Just a lot of room for a comeback from Lawrence.
No, that's 3 points. Do you think they scored 3 goals? Yeah, right.
And as my play-by-play person comes back.
Shut up.
Trey?
And
you okay?
Definitely an exciting game. And you know, and again, Tewksbury takes it into the Lancers semicircle.
Hey, can I throw something out here just out of nowhere?
No, you can't.
Lawrence, they said they had several key players. Like several key players. They had like 4 or 5 key players.
Of course.
That the coach named. And Tewksbury only had 1.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too, but you know what I noticed about that? Tewksbury only has 1. Tewksbury only has 1, and Lawrence has several key players. But Lawrence only has 0 goals. Tewksbury has several goals.
I don't know. Maybe it could
So maybe this one player is so eminently like, you know, such an eminent
I wouldn't
monster.
I wouldn't say she's unstoppable. I would
Oh no, she
say
could be.
more that
You could very well say.
Tewksbury knows how to work better to work together.
What number is the star player? What number?
The star player for Tewksbury is number 14, Captain.
Have you seen 14
Once
do
again.
anything?
She's been pretty much thoroughly dominating this game.
Yes, defensively and offensively.
Now talk about Lawrence.
She's almost like a Wilt Chamberlain-esque.
Now back to
Field
our
hockey player.
Lawrence. Let's talk about them and their achievements.
But if you want to look at great field hockey players, you can compare her to Karina Besinga, a legendary field hockey player.
I would not compare her to. I feel like they're two different leagues. D. Rhodes from our Lancers, number 21, I believe.
She's been the star right now for us.
She's a huge
her
star
and Bjornbell
defensively.
Castillo.
Maybe if we need some more active like her, maybe we will win.
Yeah, maybe the rest of the team should take after her and hustle.
I wouldn't say use the word hustle. I'd
I would
say
use the
like
word hustle because she goes for everything. She hustles.
No, I would say more work together.
She's a scrapper.
And be where they need to be.
Teamwork, spread.
Yeah, I believe that they should get less people out of.
And I think they need to learn from BBVA Bank, the sponsor of this game. Just kidding, no, it's not sponsored. But if you listen to BBVA's actual their what's the word? Their slogan, "Teamwork works."
Yes, and I would say Tewksbury has huge teamwork.
Oh,
but
teamwork does work, and I think that's what Lawrence needs. What Lawrence needs to learn. You just need to like play from the heart. And they're not doing that.
Looks like another penalty on Lawrence. Lawrence has to
And
hustle
this
out of the goal.
is exciting. There's
Pass to number 14, cross.
She gets by several and they try to get it into the goal. And they can't, and they can't,
Tewksbury.
and they can.
Tewksbury goal.
And that was huge.
It's a huge.
Over a nearly 50-minute beginning of the first 15 minutes of the game, almost. They've been putting in work.
So
it's been literally, you know, like a goal almost every 12 minutes for them, and Lawrence still doesn't have anything to show for their work.
So Lawrence, 10 minutes left in 10 minutes 30 seconds left in the game. Will Lawrence make a comeback and defeat the Lady Redmen?
Lady Redmen.
They have a 4-point lead, and I believe the Lancers can do it. Go Lancers.
I don't mean to be a pessimist, but it's, to be realistic, it's 4 goals. 10 minutes. Unless Lawrence explodes for a historical, historical performance. Stop hitting.
Continue with your sentence.
Historical performance. Then, and this could be the start of one.
D. Rhodes taking it back to Tewksbury's side.
I don't think there's
bounds.
anyone that can stand in Tewksbury's way right now. I feel almost like I'm
Tewksbury clearing it out, taking it back to Tewksbury, Lawrence's side. Tewksbury's starting to show some control once again. Will Lawrence's defense be enough to... And it would go out of bounds. Lawrence would, it's Lawrence ball. Number 20, I believe, clears it down the field. Number 14 trying to get the ball just to be taken by number 7.
And it's definitely
16.
been a back and forth kind of game, but scoring wise,
9 minutes left.
Lopsided game. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking for Lawrence to make get 2 goals at least in this.
I want to say, I want to see him.
I can really see them doing it because D Rhodes has contagious energy, contagious, and the rest of the team's like, you know, they're ready patience.
Let's not forget the rest of the team, like senior captain Bjorabel.
Senior.
What's the captain's name? Is Bianca
Rodriguez.
Bianca Rodriguez.
And she's definitely, she hasn't been super prominent today, but
she is one of the.
She can always come out and score when she wants. And you can't stop her.
Number 20, Miss Vila, has seen a lot.
Vija.
Vija, excuse my pronunciation, has really showed some type of effort on trying to get the ball to the other side. Emily, number 4, saw trying to nice. Tewksbury starting to take control of the field once again. Number 6 trying to get it onto the other side, being a little bit aggressive, and gets it by number 4, just to be taken by number 10. Pass to number 9.
This is an opportunity to whoa,
foul. It will be Lawrence's ball.
Foul.
Yes.
Are we surprised at all? No, there have been a lot of fouls today.
Well, I would have to say this is rather helpful on Lawrence's part. D Rhodes sending the ball. Lock for the ball.
Oh, that'll go back to Tewksbury. Tewksbury literally just needs to waste time. I don't know what they're doing. They're rushing. They just need to waste time, and they could win doing that.
Yeah.
They really could burn out the clock, and they would win, but you know what they're doing?
Less than 10 minutes on the clock.
You know what they're doing?
What?
They're giving Lawrence opportunities to take the ball. They're not slowing the game down.
Well, I would say that wouldn't say that they're doing that.
Oh no, you could easily push it to the backfield, let your team do some fancy jigging, I don't know, some fancy stuff, and then maybe just slow the game down and possibly take control of it. And as you can see, it's just a lot of action going on near the 30.
Tewksbury. Take control.
Lancers fans, remember, you can watch this and any other Lancers game that we cover on channel 99 or 41. 99 if you have Comcast, 41 if you have Verizon. Or on YouTube. I know everything's on YouTube now. At Lawrence Public School is our channel. Lawrence Public School is our channel. Now schools, don't put plural, singular. And you can watch this. You can watch a lot of other educational programs. I'm actually in several.
Anyway, back to the field hockey event.
And the ball is gonna
go out of bounds.
Very out of bounds. Like very out of bounds. It's out on the track now. But they just got a new one. And there's someone going.
Yeah.
That was my face.
Tewksbury sending it back down Lawrence's side. Lawrence trying to show some life. And taken. And
Tewksbury rushing this game so much.
I wouldn't say they're rushing it.
Oh no, they're putting it to people who are being guarded. Put it to guys, to girls who aren't heavily guarded. You don't push it to a place where D Rhodes is nearby, because then guess what's going to happen? Lawrence could get it, and they could score. Then they'd have to put up a point per minute, which is unheard of in field hockey. And then they could win, but they probably won't.
4 minutes and
crunch time.
15 seconds left on the clock, and
I feel like I'm trying to be like, never mind. I feel like I was about to say something.
I don't know, sir. Trey, I'm starting to feel you're being more negative towards Lawrence.
I think it's just too late.
I don't know. I feel like they still have a shot, and they could come back. And I think they can get a point a minute. if they can just
Clutch,
their
clutch,
offense.
clutch. This is
can't
definitely
get to the
though.
other
This is
side of the
definitely a
field.
clutch situation, and a Michael Jordan, a Ken Burrell Tompkins, a Tom Brady-esque performance. Performance in field hockey would be great right now. And there they go. They push it down the sideline. And Tewksbury will stop it. And Bjorvel or Emily Castillo will try to get it going. And she will get it again. Try to push it forward. And it'll be stopped again. 3 minutes left on the clock here in the game. And the moon is very visible. It's a orangey color right now.
Back to the game.
Full moon.
All right, so I don't know.
In the game, it's starting to get out of hand for Lawrence. Can you accept it now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
It
2
started-
minutes, 20 seconds now, and I just think that there's no way they can really put it together. It's almost like it's just you know, it's that point in the game where it's like, oh, I'm sad now because.
Well, I wouldn't say you can't just give up on the Lancers yet.
Yeah, you can. You never said you should, but you very well can.
Well, you just can't because they're a comeback team, and you never know. Because when there's time like this, you never know what can happen.
This is where legends are made.
This is where legends are made. I must agree.
And
Ball was knocked out.
Bjorvel Castillo expressing
5-14.
frustration with what's going on. As the clock winds down to 1:30. And tussling goes on the side of the field for the ball.
Lawrence. Anyway, start.
And night begins
And
to
it
creep
is a
upon the
foul
sky.
on Tewksbury.
The foul. I don't know why they're fouling right now.
Well,
just it's
like
a
you said, it doesn't
minute
really
left.
matter
Just
what
let
happens
it,
now in the next
Just let
few.
it run. Just do what you want.
Well, I wouldn't say let it run.
Let it run. I like running.
No, just no.
Oh, and they might want to actually put another goal on. Oh. So they're going to, okay,
Tripped
she's
up
going to foul.
by number 3.
And there's a. So what do you think Lawrence can take from this
Lawrence
game?
Ball.
Can take from this game, really, in the future. Their record will decrease. Ooh.
I feel they just need their defense is quite impressive. I
I
think
think their defense is definitely good. And with the number of opportunities that Tewksbury got, they really did pretty bad. They weren't efficient in there. With the number of times they went in, they should have scored a lot more, but they didn't.
Yeah, I would give them
so
that.
I'll give Lawrence their props there, but they definitely need to work on communication, offensive communication.
Game, I think.
And seconds
Unless
wind down, and the horn sounds, and the game is over.
Tewksbury
wins 4-0 off of a goal we didn't know about, 2 goals we knew about, and a very important goal that was almost a clincher that put it away.
So now Lawrence's record is 2-12
and 2. And they are now not winning a lot of games. They're actually winning 11% of their games. By comparison, the Charlotte Bobcats, the worst team in NBA history in 2012, that year won 11% of their games.
So it's a nice night on Veteran Memorial Stadium, and Lawrence has taken a huge loss. We'll see if Lawrence can recover next time.
I believe
Good night,
in you,
everybody.
Lawrence. Thank you for watching.